For 7 years since Poco released the F1, the brand upgraded their lineup as the market evolved, yet still true to the spirit of being the max performance, affordable price mindset. From the usual Pro to the GT, and now the Ultra. This is the Poco F7 Ultra, their first foray to the real flagship space that gives the current flagship chipset yet still at a compelling price compared to the competition. The question here is the Poco F7 Ultra the final boss of all flagship phones, or are there still some things that needs conditioning? Hey guys, James here, your tech buddy, and this is Tech M.N.O. And in this video, let's explore and see what's in store for us and if this phone is ready to beat up the big names in the market with our full review. As always, we will start the video with a quick unboxing. This is the retail packaging of the Poco F7 Ultra in a black box. At the bottom, you can see the configuration of the phone. The one that I have here is the max 16GB RAM, 512GB storage version. Once we open, we can see a yellow box that contains the SIM ejector tool, the manuals, and the included black silicone case. After that is the phone itself. Let's set that aside for now. And finally, you can see the 120-watt Xiaomi Hypercharge adapter and its Type-C cable. Let's put on the box on the side for now and remove the plastic cover. And here's our Poco F7 Ultra in its signature Poco yellow color. Let's turn this on right now and let's see it. We can use the phone right now. Before we start the review, just a quick disclaimer for you. The phone that I have here is not provided by Poco, and all of the things I will say are mine only, and they don't have any additional input in this video. And if you're interested in getting the Poco F7 Ultra, I have links in the video description or in the comment section down below. Let's begin with the design of the Poco F7 Ultra, and it's a breath of fresh air when we look back to the previous F series of phones of Poco. They transitioned from a rectangular stovetop-like camera setup into a circular camera island here. The placement is on the left side, and there's a gold accent ring here as well, and the LED flash is on the right side beside it. If you're a techie person like me and you wonder if you may see this type of design elsewhere, yes, this is the design of other phones like the OnePlus phones. But if you think it's identical from a Xiaomi phone, well, yes, you're right as well. This is the rebranded Redmi K80 Pro, which is a China exclusive phone. And you know the drill, it's always a rebranded phone for the global market. The one that I have here is the signature Poco yellow color with black aluminum frame to it, which is a nod to their color motif. Close inspection with the back, it has two-tone layer at being the glossy part of the camera area here, while the remaining area is a matte finish. In my experience, it doesn't get any smudges or fingerprints when I touch the glossy area, but when I see the other colors, which is black, it can get smudges. So if you want a more bold color and no issues on cleaning it, then the yellow is the hero color for you. The back panel is made from glass, and same with the Poco F6 Pro, it curves out on the edges, making it more comfortable to hold even if the frame is flat. I can vouch for it because I can reach my thumb to the other side of this frame of the phone very easily without any pressure of my palm. Button and port places as follows here. On the right side is the volume rocker and the power button. Left and the top part are clean, and finally, the bottom part is stacked where you can see the SIM tray, mic hole, USB-C port, and one of the stereo speakers of the phone. Overall, the design of the Poco F7 Ultra is okay for me. I do wish for a more edgier color aesthetics like the Poco F6 Pro's white, but the new camera island here makes it even more fresh, even though it's a little bit thicker and it will wobble on flat surfaces and collect dust on the sides. On the contrary though, there's IP68 dust and water resistance now compared to the previous phones that only caps out at IP54. So you win some, you lose some. In terms of the display, the 6.67-inch 2K Flow AMOLED display with 120Hz refresh rate and a 3200 nits of peak brightness. Alongside of it, the Poco F7 Ultra supports 12-bit color depth, HDR10+, Dolby Vision, and DCI-P3 color gamut. Jargon aside, you can get the accurate colors and deep blacks, especially when you're watching videos or TV shows like on Netflix, which, by the way, has a level 1 wide security rating, so you will get the highest resolution possible. On top of that, the Poco F7 Ultra swaps out the well-known Corning Gorilla Glass to their own Poco Shield Glass protection, which they claim 20 times improvement in drop resistance. I can't test it if it's really durable, but just like they say, glass is glass and glass will break. And putting a tempered glass screen protector is optional if you really want an extra peace of mind. In terms of its stereo speakers, the audio is almost flagship level here. It has great details, the instrumentations are well balanced, including the highs, but the bass is not too punchy, though not distorted either. And since there's a Dolby Atmos feature included on the F7 Ultra, I tried to install Apple Music here and listen to my spatial audio go-to song, Enchanted Taylor's version by Taylor Swift. I can hear the separation of the instruments and vocals, which I really enjoyed in the end. It's also available in wireless mode with compatible devices. Going to the biometric security, Poco upgraded the fingerprint scanner from an optical version. Now it's an ultrasonic one, which means that registering and unlocking your phone will be much faster than before. I tried unlocking the phone every single time and I just lightly press on my finger on the scanner and it will unlock in a breeze. The placement of the scanner is properly reachable with my medium-sized finger. Before we go any further, if you enjoy watching this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon so you're notified when a brand new video will come out. And don't forget to follow us on our social media accounts like on Facebook, X or Twitter, Instagram, Threads, Blue Sky, and TikTok at Tech M.N.O for more content and giveaways that you can check out in the card right above here. For now, I'll put the camera segment at the end of the review, but let's talk about the piece de resistance of the Poco F7 Ultra, the software, performance, and the chipset. Ultra is the name of the game for Poco's top-tier phone. So what's more appropriate is to put the current flagship chipset of Qualcomm, the Snapdragon 8 Elite. Top that off with either 12 gigs of RAM with 256 gigs or go out, like the one that I have here with 16 gigs of RAM and 512 gigs of storage. This phone means business. Software-wise, the Poco F7 Ultra runs on Xiaomi's latest UI HyperOS 2 for Poco on top of Android 15 out of the box. With the flagship chipset, the UI animations and transitions are snappy and glides without a glitch. Glitch meaning no bugs or issues I saw on my whole review period. However, the one nitpick that I can say is the number of bloatwares on the F7 Ultra, which is quite unacceptable in a flagship phone. I hope they reduce the bloatwares here next time. Aside from that, Poco introduces the Xiaomi Hyper AI features just like on their Xiaomi flagships. These AI features include Google's Circle to Search, Gemini Assistant, and other Xiaomi AI features for its notes, voices recorder with transcription and summary generation, and gallery included object eraser and reflection removal, to name a few. And finally, Poco promises 4 Android version upgrades and 6 years of security patches for the whole F7 series, including this Ultra. Before we move on, I know many of you will ask this burning question since this phone is under Xiaomi. Will the Poco F7 Ultra have dead boot or boot loop issues? This is in regards to some users' trauma of getting these phones to the point that their phone is unusable or unfixable because of having troubled software due to Xiaomi developers' mistake. I can't say they're wrong because I experienced that as well many years ago, and the most well-known F-series issue is with the F3 last 2021 that had dead boot issue. But for now, it's too early to tell because it's just launched, and I hope that it will have a new UI for Xiaomi. We never got that issue moving forward. In terms of the performance and games, I won't bore you with the benchmarking results here and there, but here's the lowdown for you. Anything, and I mean anything you want to throw at this beast, you will devour every single thing on it. No crumbs left, as Gen Z peeps say it. However, I will point out that the phone gets a little bit warm in the back if you will do heavy use like gaming. Though, the cooling technology Poco puts here inside of this phone helps dissipate the heat a little bit faster. And since this is a gaming-focused phone, having game space here is a no-brainer. They also introduced a new display focus chip called Vision Boost D7 that claims to give smart frame rate at 120 FPS. So to test that out, I played the super graphics-hungry game Zenless Zone Zero, and at max graphics, it is a joy to play here. Though I can only see some smoothing of the games thanks to the display chip, but not in the whole game. But for Asphalt Legends Unite, which can go up to 120 FPS, I can see the smoothness of the game. So what I can say here is, mileage may vary. Now, let's talk about the cameras of the Poco F7 Ultra. When this was launched, I had lower expectations for its camera since I know for a fact that cameras are not Poco's forte, aka priority. But when I watched some review videos, including Isa's video, I saw that this might really have potential to be good. But of course, I tried that to myself to see. To recap, the Poco F7 Ultra is rocking a 50 megapixel main rear camera with OIS, 50 megapixel 2.5 times telephoto lens also with OIS, and a 32 megapixel ultra-wide camera. While on the front camera is a 32 megapixel shooter. In daylight, the shots on the F7 Ultra are great. Colors pop with some of the photos I get, like this red flower here. Details are great as well, while the dynamic range is kind of balanced too. In terms of portrait, especially in the 2x zoom, Poco excels here with good bokeh on the background, while not sacrificing the main subject's quality. The 2.5 times telephoto lens photos are good too, and you can use even this as a macro-like camera. Images taken here are very usable, and the details are sharp as well. By the way, all of these photos are all the default 12.5 megapixel resolution due to pixel binning. If you want to use the full 50 megapixel mode here, you can do it here also, though I won't suggest going there because the pixel bin version is much better for me and it won't eat up large space on your storage. In low light photos, this is where the tumble happens, especially on the zoom and ultra-wide camera. The main camera still excels in providing sharpness while giving balance between highlights and shadows, but the other two struggle in different aspects. Ultra-wide is good, but output is on the softer side, while the zoom's contrast is a little harsh at times. So overall, you get an okay camera in night shots. Usable per se. In terms of the selfie camera, it's sometimes a hit, but sometimes it's also a miss. Majority of the skin tones of my face are a bit off, and there's a bit of softening. Nonetheless, it is still very usable photo for just a quick snaps. In night shots though, even though it's sharp when using the flashlight mode, it's still a bit noisy. So if you will take photos at night with friends, a portable video light is also a must. In terms of videos, the main camera can record up to 8K at 24 FPS. The zoom lens is up to 4K 60 FPS, but unfortunately, the ultra-wide only caps at 1080p 60 FPS. You can switch cameras while recording, but keep in mind that if you record in 4K, ultra-wide will be disabled. Here is a sample video recording for the Poco F7 Ultra main camera. Ultra-wide is not included here, so 1x, 2x, 2.5x, and then 5x optical zoom. So we just go back to 1x. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. So if the ultra-wide is included, we will just only cap at 1080p at 60 FPS. So this is our video test. So ultra-wide 1x, 2x, 2.5x, and 5x. And we will go back to the 1x. So if you have any questions with the video quality, let me know in the comments. Finally, on the front camera, sadly it only supports 1080p 60 FPS as well. So sadly, you can't record sharp vlogs if you will put this out online. Here is our sample video test for the Poco F7 Ultra front-facing camera. We only have here at 1080p at 60 frames per second. So what do you think about the video quality rather, and of course the audio here? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. And finally, let's put this a home run by tackling the battery and charging of the F7 Ultra. The Poco F7 Ultra has a beefy 5,300 mAh capacity and has an insanely fast 120 watt hypercharge that's included out of the box, and it also has 50 watt wireless charging support, which the charger is sold separately. If you want to have a power bank that has a 120 watt Xiaomi hypercharge feature, you can get this CUKTECH power bank now. I will have links in the video description or in the comment section here below as well. In terms of casual use, I can squeeze the Poco F7 Ultra up to 10 hours of battery life on a single charge, and that's on Wi-Fi and 50% brightness. But in terms of heavy use, including gaming, in my test for both Wi-Fi and mobile data use, I can average around 6.5 hours of battery life in a single charge, which is quite average if you ask me. But don't worry though, if the battery life is short for you, the charging is your saving grace, and you can fully charge this bad boy in under 40 minutes with my test. So you can go back to your gameplay a while ago. Do I need to stress this out? Because a lot of you ask this all the time. Unfortunately, the Poco F7 series, including the Ultra, does not have bypass charging, so you cannot use this phone while charging. Sad. So now we are in the finishing move of our review, and before we do the 3 count bell, we need to answer the question we left in the intro. Is the Poco F7 Ultra the final boss of all flagship phones in the market? Well, let's check the price first. The base 12GB 256GB model starts at 36,999 pesos, while the 16GB 512GB model that I have here is around 39,999 pesos. Just a buck shy of 40K. Let's state the obvious here. If you're a user that just wants a phone that plays, performs, and charges like a flagship phone but doesn't want to burn a lot of cash, doesn't mind the mediocre design, this is a total pick for you. But we cannot hide the fact that there are some segments in the flagship department that don't make the cut on the F7 Ultra. Granted, the camera is not the priority of Poco, just like I stressed out earlier, but having a lot of corners that had to be cut, like the ultra-wide camera doesn't have 4K recording, low light photos are subpar at best, and the selfie camera is underdone. Plus, bloatwares are prominent on this phone, and the battery has been reduced from its Chinese rebranded version, making this phone or battery life miss the mark. The first Ultra phone of Poco needs a little bit of reconditioning and needs to be a great phone in a world where being good is not enough to be an icon. With that said, if you're just a heavy user or a gamer that wants a phone that maxes all out on the graphics, then the Poco F7 Ultra is a landslide choice for you and does deserve a thumbs up for me. So if you want to buy the Poco F7 Ultra right now, I have affiliate links down in the video description below or in the comment section. And if you want to watch my previous video, you can click this video right here. Or if you want to watch all of my Xiaomi related videos, you can click the playlist right above here. And of course, don't forget to like and follow our accounts and subscribe to my two channels. Again, my name is James and I will catch you guys on the next one.